Good morning and welcome to another episode in the TRC How-To series. I'm DK and today we're going to be discussing how to strop your straight razor. So, right here on my doorknob I have my strop. On both sides we have the leather on one side and we have the linen on the other side. So, you see, I have my ring hooked up to my door. I don't normally do my stropping here, but for today's purposes, we will. And then it kind of comes apart for each side that you're going to be doing, and they have their own rings in the back that you can grip onto. Now, I'll let you guys know, you don't need to be white knuckle, pulling this super tight. You just need to keep it taut. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to start off with the linen first. Alright, we'll grab our straight razor here. This is a gold dollar. They do have a gold dollar razor emporium sold at the Razor Company website. Check that out. So we'll open it up and we'll kind of get our fingers right here on the tang. And this is where we're going to be doing this rolling motion just like this. We'll go one way, roll it along the spine. You never want to roll along the blade because then you'll really mess things up if you do it like that. You always want to roll along the spine. The spine can take that roll. The edge of the blade cannot. So just like that. And I encourage you guys, when you're first starting out, go slow. Get the technique down. There's no rush to this. Once you get that technique down and you can make this motion without any errors and it feels natural, then you can start to gradually speed it up. But this stropping process is not a race. You know what I mean? You just got to keep a solid motion and momentum going. You don't need to be like one of those barbers who do this for a living and time is of the essence. So first thing we're going to do is going to get this a little bit taut. Now, like I said, you don't need to be pulling so hard that you're going to pull the doorknob out of the socket. You just need to keep it taut, all right? The whole thing, if you're all tensed up and everything, that's going to be an issue. You don't want to be all tense. This is supposed to be kind of a zen moment, stropping and getting your gear ready for the next shave. So what I'll do, I'll lay the blade on the strop. I'm going to start with the linen side first. This is mostly to dry off the blade. Sure, it's also going to be putting some imperfections on the blade's edge back into place, but this is mostly to dry off the blade. It's kind of like a preliminary process to the real stropping. Now when I first started, I used to do on the linen 30 times, but I dry off my blade really well after each shave, as you should, and now I do it about 15 times. So I haven't been keeping track, but you'll notice I'm not going very fast at all. It's not necessary. Just get that technique down. You get to the end, roll it. You get to the end, roll it. And even though this is a long strop, there's no obligation to go all the way to the end here, because then you might roll over onto those pins or that leather there. There's no obligation to go all the way to the end. If you want, and actually if you see some barbers, they do it like in a really short, like 4-inch process. You gotta figure the blade edge is getting straightened out no matter how long you go across that thing. So there's no obligation to go the whole length. What I would recommend, just to be safe, is stop, an inch or two before either end, okay? So I'm going to set the razor down, making sure, the edge doesn't touch any surface. And then we'll switch over to the leather side here. Something that I was always told in order to easily maintain your leather. The natural oils on your face and hands, just kind of give it a little rub. Get those kind of natural oils incorporated onto the surface of your strop. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. Keep it taut, not a death grip, but just keep it taut. And then same thing. Stop before you get to the end. Once you get your rolling technique down, I always kind of start off slow, get a feel for it, get my pacing down, get to the end, roll on the spine, get to the end, roll on the spine. And then once I do it a little bit, I feel like I got it down, I can pick it up a little bit. And on the leather, I go about 45. Everybody is going to kind of do what works best for them. I know people who do 69 laps. You know, I'm sure people do even more than that. But you do whatever works best for you. I used to do 30 for a long time. I used to do 30 on the linen and 30 on the leather. Now I do about 15 on the linen, 45 on the leather. And that's been working really well for me. So, like I said, not a race. Just do what feels comfortable for you. And once you get those down, always kind of lift up and off. You don't want to do anything that kind of spurs up your leather. Beginners, you'll catch your leather. It's just a part of the learning process. Don't sweat it. Just try to avoid that, that part. You could always sand it out with some very fine sandpaper. Don't sweat it, guys. It's just part of the process. Anyhow, once you get your strops in, that razor is now ready for the next shave. Oops, there goes my strop. Once you get your strops in, that razor is now ready for the next shave. So, I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you could pick up the Razor Emporium Gold Dollar at the Razor Company. I appreciate you guys watching this. Good shaves to you guys. And I will catch you on the next one.